So I guess this is recording. I don't know. But I guess it is. Just gonna do a jaunt around the neighborhood. It's been a little while since I've been on the bike, so shut the man cave up, and we're gonna cease filming here for a time so I can adjust the camera angle so that all is well. So stand by. Alright, we're recording the red dots going on. I think that's a good angle. What happens is that my preview shuts off when I start the camera up, and I have a very late model super duper iPhone, whatever, all that stuff, and I don't know what's up with that. You used to be able to see the preview going on, but can't do it now. Don't want to figure it out. Don't have the time. Maybe I'll have to read a manual someday. Comment to me if you have navigated through most of your life without reading the manuals, as I have. Well, there's a nice little thing going on. Just open that garage door. Don't need it. Don't want it open. Alright. There you go. I think I got myself against it when I was I'm gonna just take this up just a tad. Doggone, so hard to tell. Alright, and of course I hadn't put the kickstand up. Don't blame me, folks. Yeah, you can blame me. There's so much to do, especially when you want to vlog. And to think, I used to get on a motorcycle and just go. And you can't do that. Little kind of a not so great start there. But as I said, we're not going to go far. I don't even know if all this is working. You never know until you get back in. It's such a pain. Okay. Don't know if I'll keep this in or not, because this is really boring stuff. This is just doodling through the neighborhood. But sometimes it makes a nice prequel to getting away. A lot of traffic. I noticed that. Again, let me know in your neighborhood. What the heck? I noticed that. It's not a great start. I got my foot caught on something. That was scary. Don't know what it was. I don't have shoelaces. I have motorcycle boots. But I noticed that traffic is making a comeback. And it's getting pre-pandemic days. In fact, maybe even a bit of a plus to pre-pandemic days. Maybe. So, where we motorcyclists, of course, we're admonished not to ride around too much, because the hospitals were busy and they didn't want us to overload them with other types of issues. But when you did go out and ride, hey, you did not have too much to worry about in terms of traffic. Just those Campisi special rear view mirrors. Does he love the drop of the bar end mirrors? Me, not so much. Yeah, there's a fair amount of traffic today, so we will just be riding along. But he loves those bar end mirrors. Me, as I say, me, not so much. Not a huge fan of them. They work well, but there are two things about them that I find I'm not as crazy about, in California anyway. One is that with we have lane filtering here. Hard to believe. California is one of the 2 or 3 states in the country, I don't know how many there are, I'll have to research that do have lane filtering. And the bar ends, of course, stuck to the end of the handlebars, or the clip-ons in this case, add just that little bit of width to the machine. The machine is very narrow. The V4S is very narrow, beautifully narrow in fact, but those bar ends do add just that little bit too much. And sometimes it can be a little hard to judge, calibrate, how much room you've got on either side to go around and filter, that is, run between cars. So, reason number one. Reason number two is to use them truly. You've got to take your eyes off the road for that few moments when you do need to look behind you. And it's not the end of the world, but you know, it's most of the time on a motorcycle you should be firmly concentrated, usually on where you're headed, not where you've been. Just want to see who's around. So those are my two main reasons. There's no doubt on the prettiness scale they outweigh the stick-up stock type rearview mirrors by 100%. They look so much better, and I've got mine tilted up a little bit, in a little different position than what Jaret had them in. So I think they're that much cooler. Jaret, what do you think? Jaret and Dado. So they do have that coolness factor going on, and the stock Ducati rear view mirrors on the regular V4S are really bad. These are solid mounted, and I look back and I don't get a lot of vibration. I've ridden the stock V4S with the Stalk, S-T-A-L-K, mounted rear view mirrors, and you can't. They really get vibration. You get a lot of vibration. You really don't get a good picture of behind you. You see odd shapes, but you can't tell distances or closing speeds or anything like that very well. At least I can. We'll put it up in third gear here and just kind of cruise along. That's my intention. The other thing is that I've been fairly busy, and I haven't been on the old Phantom for about 3 weeks. Ugh. A little bump in the road. So just needed to get the Phantom out and exercise it a little bit, and that's what this is all about. In fact, when I fired it up this morning, thank goodness for lithium batteries. When I fired it up this morning, I had to kind of coax it into life. It wasn't a problem with the lithium battery having the charge. It was just that these machines need the right jolt of fuel and ignition at the right time to really fire. And it would fire and kind of roll over limply to a stop. So I had to juggle a little bit of throttle to get it to kick over and keep turning. And any machine you need to operate. They don't do well standing still. Yeah, I know that's a big factor in a lot of classic cars and motorcycle sales, is like lower mileage is better. I make my case that some mileage at least is good. Otherwise, seals dry up, ignition timings, and especially in this day and age when they're so electronic and they actually do a bit of learning, you need some miles. You got to have some miles on them for them to really operate at optimum. Okay, so that's it. But anyhow, that lithium battery sold on them, still in. Lithium battery in the 210 is working quite well, thank you, and would do it again in a heartbeat. I don't know how I have never presided over the demise of a lithium battery, so I do not know how they go, when they go, and how long it takes them to go. I've never had this lithium battery on a battery tender I've kept all of my lead acid batteries on a battery tender. This one I have not, and I don't intend to on the Tuono. And that has not, as of yet, caused me any kind of grief. But then, I ride them fairly consistently, at least, oh, we're going to make fun. Hey, how nice. I ride them, oh, finally, some smooth road. We have two types of road, county and city maintained. And I don't remember which one it is, but some of our roads get pretty bumpy and cracked up, especially in rural areas. But, so I don't know how they go, when they go. Like lead acid batteries will give you a little warning. They'll stop taking a charge and they will turn over a little slow when you're trying to crank them up. So I can't comment on how you, for instance, bring them back to life, or know that they're losing some life. But all things do, so one of these days I will have to contend with that. Lovely bit of road here. Again, one of my private Nürburgrings. Not sure what this view ahead is going to be on this slash up. So funny. Alright, let's just relax a bit. I'll just end this narration, which I'm sure is spellbinding, with the note that I am putting together a matrix, and I am going to get serious about finding a replacement for this machine. Whether it's one or two motorcycles that will grace the garage in the future remains to be seen. Stand by. All that will happen.